So, your loved one died. Well, that's too bad. But don't be a big fuddy-duddy about it. Let's finish things off with a bang. Here at Mortuary Max, we know you're not in the mood to be making a bunch of awful decisions. You got grieving to do. That's why we keep it simple with 3 easy options. First, our most popular is the Mortuary Max Dignity Package. You get the standard receptacle of your choice, a private viewing room, and our Double M 9 feet deep guarantee. Now, let's say you want to add a little something special for Pop's big day. You can spring for Mortuary Max Dignity Plus, where we throw in an extra box of personalized weeping napkins, as well as musical accompaniment and comfort from Miracle Paul and the Pallbearers, our very own bereavement barbershop quartet. Pop will dance his way through the pearly gates. But if that's too steep for your budget, you can opt for the Mortuary Max Dig Plan. It's just like the Dignity Package, but without all the fancy stuff. No songs, no sermon, no receptacle, but you can still count on our certified Mortuary Max Double M 9 feet deep guarantee. So when it comes to the sacred remains of your most treasured loved ones, make sure every blessed soul is treated with the utmost reverence, respect, and, what have ya. At Mortuary Max, don't settle for the rest in peace. Get buried with the best. At Mortuary Max, we've got you covered.
Before history was history, fools were we. Then we climbed a tree and finally we could see. Oh, then the internet made us smart, now know everything, do we? Thus we share with thee these trifleries till nobody learns nothing.
What are some other scams that y'all run across? I mean,
when I was working at Chuck E. Cheese, it's a pizza place. It was.
He asked for current scams that you're.
Oh, current.
Go ahead with.
Something went back to the
place.
1800s. I'm going back to the late 80s and early 90s. Our vice manager, what do we call him?
Our vice manager,
assistant manager,
the manager of vice. I'm in charge of drinking, gambling, and smoking.
It was just a regular day at work, and all of a sudden the cops burst in and took this guy out in front of birthday parties and Chuck E. Cheese and everything.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. Well, so the vice manager was running a scam based around donations, kind of like create your own fake Jerry's Kids,
the Human Fund.
Yeah, and so all the donations that went to his whatever.
But it was him. He was the beneficiary.
Yeah, he was just raking it all in.
Brilliant.
Yeah, like the who was the Subway guy who
Jared Fogle. Jared.
Yeah. A side note on the Fogle, which obviously goes second place to the crap he was up to, but he also had kind of a
bad charity.
Yeah, charity based on like a fat camp sort of thing, bringing the kids in. Which not only was he taking all the money, but it was also his little grooming ground for stuff.
It's gross. Fat camp.
Yeah, it was gross.
Yeah.
Sorry to bring the room down, guys.
I wonder if he's in fat camp in prison. Do they have fat camp in prison?
Yeah, I hope
think
so.
he got
Fat
stabbed,
camp,
right?
Hi,
I'm
Jared.
I don't know why, but over the decades, fat camp has been like a constant source of comedy. Like it's bringing it up all the time.
There was a movie.
I remember one time in fat camp,
which is a step above band camp. I'd like to add.
I agreed.
I found this.
Yeah,
I think that's obvious.
I found this trail of giant brown dots. They looked just like little chocolate goodies. And they led me to a trap where they beat the shit out of me for being
there was
so
a deer in front of it, but I didn't care.
Who could resist a ding
I
dong?
love the idea of the fat camp director hiring an actress to play the witch from Hansel and Gretel and build a gingerbread house in the forest at fat
There's
camp.
a scam. That's a scam.
Yeah, for kind of deserters. Or
I did I did a video one
Temptation.
time. It was a comedic corporate video that Jay Hickman partaked in.
Oh,
and I don't know if it was
here.
I don't know if you'd call it a scam.
That's
because
partook, Mr. Norman.
he partake in scam. There was in his way.
There you go. There you go.
It was for a very well-known software company, but the idea is that it was a way. There was a commercial, late night infomercial, where you would send me money, and I'm going to tell you.
I'm in already.
Right? It was a easy sell.
How much?
Send me money, and I'm going to tell you how you can go from your 1-bedroom apartment to living in this multi-spatial with nude models walking around for some reason. House on Beverly Hills or on California, just looking over the Hollywood Hills, whatever. You remember that, Jay? We did that.
Yeah, the pyramid scheme.
We discussed this.
Well, it wasn't a pyramid. The idea was you take an ad out of it. This is before the internet. Take an ad out of the newspaper. This is the real thing. Take an ad out of the newspaper.
Okay.
And send me money. And I will send you a booklet on how to make money. And the booklet said, take an ad in the newspaper and I will send you a booklet that will teach you how to make money.
Make your own booklet and do what
it's a 2-page booklet, right? So our version was
still a pyramid scheme, right?
It wasn't a pyramid scheme. It was a scam.
It still is.
No, not a pyramid. You weren't trying to get
more of an obelisk.
It was an obelisk.
There's no lower layer of that pyramid. Because the people that buy the booklet are like, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not going to
it's just a
spend money on a late night infomercial to sell these dumb booklets.
But in our version, our version in the commercial was, I'm going to show you how I went from a 1-bedroom apartment to this multi-palatial suite at the plaza. It's called the 357 Magnum. And if you walk into any convenience store, you can get all the cash you want. So it was very funny, I thought, at the time.
It's still funny, John. The original was an infomercial by Don Lapre.
That's right.
And the spoof was Don Dupree. John Swayze played Don Dupree, and I was one of his happy customers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Things worked out for me.
Also per fame were Tad Cook and the late great Larry Gottlieb.
What did you do? Never mind.
Well, he died. That's why I said late great.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, so a lot of weird scams that
I'm trying to think of some other good scams. I'm sure there are plenty out there. I was pulled into one in the anime world where
they said
somebody was using my name as something, and since I cast actors and voice actors and such. Somebody was using my name and was calling on people to send them auditions of different sorts.
To what end?
Well, they were not your normal auditions.
Oh,
Film yourself. They would lead them along. I need the voice. Blah blah blah. It would start off simple, and then would grow into.
Were they video audition?
Yeah, call back or this. Yeah, and they were. That was pretty.
Yeah.
I called the police. They said there's basically nothing you can do.
A different outfit this time.
Yeah. The police said, why don't you sit back and enjoy it?
I don't know if they spelled everything correctly. The police did not. But the perpetrator, I'm not sure.
Did you ever run across the argument or the frustration argument when people go, if these people would just use half of what they're doing for good, we'd have a better world.
I think you did that earlier in the episode.
I may have. I don't know. Yeah, people are the worst. People are the worst, and they take advantage of I think that's. I didn't see what that said, Jay.
Everything's fine.
Doesn't matter.
Everything's fine.
I think those are the worst kind of people that take advantage of other people. I mean that they're.
What's the best?
The best people are the ones that
Give people free guns.
give people free guns and money.
Yeah.
Lawyers, guns, and money. That was Warren Zevon.
I actually
Warren Zevon
got,
song.
Don't say it.
you've gone.
Some of our listeners are going to go, dude, you just made a Warren Zevon reference. That is
werewolves of London.
yeah. So I don't know. I just, you hear about it, little ladies getting
That was
taken.
a spot on Warren Zevon, and no one said anything.
Let me ask you this. I want you to both to put on your thinking caps.
Oh no.
What would be a scam you would try to run? Have you ever thought of that? Like, what?
I'm not a bad
I've
person.
had it with society.
Right. And I'm
gonna do a scam, and I'm gonna put it on the internet, and it's gonna make me millions of dollars.
Oh, an internet scam. Because
All right, it could be a phone call. I don't care. It could be any kind of scam.
But the first thing I would do is tell everyone about my scam on the internet.
That it's not a scam.
No, because you're asking what sort of scam would I run? Okay, if I were doing this, if I were doing a scam, let's go this way. I'd try to do a little bit of reverse scam. Let's see, run a scam to where I'm coaxing money out of something I found was like shitty, like let's say Axe body spray. If I get all
Could you speak into the flower, please? We're trying to
get all of the Axe body spray people to send me a bunch of money, and then I would share it with, somebody who needs shoes. I just think it smells bad.
Did that answer your question, John?
Yeah,
I'm
what you were hoping. Man, I got it. I don't know.
I don't know what the scam would be.
I think we should end it right there.
Yeah, we're done.
No,
you can't improve on that.
I got more stories.
That's great stuff, Kyle. Man, can't imagine why people would send you scammy things.
Watch out for Kyle, folks.
Yeah, he's got it. Yeah, he's got
You'll
it.
never smell me coming.
It's a devious
Not
mind.
if you're wearing Axe body spray.
Now, I do wonder, does HPD have a department on scams? Do the Texas Rangers have a department on scams?
That's a great question. I'll bet you HPD does. I'm not so sure about the Texas Rangers.
Yeah.
Like they're more into the
They love that
stuff.
They love that border and murders.
Murders.
Mortars and
Mortars. How is borders and mortars?
Border she wrote.
That's more it used to be
murder she wrote.
It started as,
and I really want to know, Jay. I would say this. Really, are you at your computer?
Yeah.
Email Norman right now. Just find out what the hell he's up to.
He doesn't have access to those. We've discussed this.
I mean, I've got his email.
Come on, I've got all his emails right here.
Yeah, we've read it out loud.
Norman Chris.
I don't have an old thread. I
understand you never got that
Mr. Norman at uymail.com.
Yeah. I'm going
to do it right now.
What if we emailed him as Samuel Thibodeau or whatever?
Yeah, Timito.
Yeah.
Okay,
he's
here
like
we go.
I've been
doing it right now. I'm doing it right now.
Years.
Can you clone
right now? Watch
Shipper's
this. Here we go.
World at whatever?
I'm sure you can. We just need to ask.
Boom.
Oh, you should email Norman about how to clone an email address.
Need to sell dot immediately.
This is going to a place I like to call nowhere.
Okay.
Okay. So,
dear Mr. Norman, Mr.
Norman Chris, right?
Oh yeah,
with the KRIS.
Oh, John's doing it. Then do it.
I need sell yacht boat.
Speak his language. You're that's good.
Now
that's good correspondence.
No, right. I don't even have.
Are you all caps or no? Or
no,
what?
Got your name. I'll read it to you. Got you name from form.
Make sure you use the parentheses every now and then. For
previous client. Clint. Need info.
Sorry, Clint. I hope this doesn't come back to haunt us.
ASAP on
or you.
how to transact.
Oh,
man. Okay, wait.
Yeah, there's usually a PS.
This is such a terrible and wonderful idea.
Can
Please
you
proceed.
accommodate?
With
Look
one
at that.
C.
Thank you.
What about the sheets? You've got, I'm trying to think of some, so to recall his memory. It's been a while.
I don't think we want to do that.
Oh, all right, John's.
We just want to activate it.
He's over there. Nope,
We just want to
he looks
activate
serious.
a new.
Thanks. JS. I just realized, is this going to, did you send it from your original emails, Jay, or did you set up? Okay, so it's no big deal. Okay. It says
that? Nothing to worry about.
it says, Dear Mr. Norman, I need sell yacht boat Noe. Got you name form previous Clint and need info ASAP on how to transact. Can you accommodate? Thanks. JAS. I just sent it. Okay, let's see what happens. See if we're going to get a reply.
Yeah, let's see.
We get this is an invalid email.
Oh, come on. He must
Come
have
on,
died.
man.
Come on.
I feel sorry for Mr. Norman. This whole thing brought him down.
Oh, man. Mr. Norman's probably just a guy in Nigeria. Dude, I'm just trying to make a living.
Right.
I sweep huts for a living. What are you fucking with me for?
On the side, I ship furniture and cars.
I should have BCC'd both of you. I'm sorry. That was my fault. I screwed that pooch.
Thanks a lot.
No, it's okay.
We'll return the favor.
Thanks for leaving my email out of it. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Well, anyway, we'll see if Mr. Norman replies. But the fact is that it is a shame that people do scam other people.
Yes. Scam artists.
What are some other words for
people.
What do we call them? Shills or
charlatan.
Charlatans.
Mm-hmm. A shill is a different thing.
A shill would be a player in the charlatans game, right? Like a shill would be sort of a shill is like the guy that's a
spokesperson.
Yeah, spokesperson who's all in.
A paid spokesperson that doesn't actually believe what they're selling on behalf of the company.
Tom Selleck sells that insurance that begins with, "Hey, folks, this isn't a scam." That's a shill.
When you're old like me, what you need the most
is to send me money.
Yeah, that's
fool.
Shill. Or send them.
I never thought getting older would be hard. Turns out it is. That's why I reversed mortgaged my home.
Yeah, the old reverse mortgage. Classic.
That's why I went into debt at 80 years old.
That gets closer to a scam, but the guy selling it is the shill.
The shill. Yeah. Okay, that's the shill. What is it? Is there a name for the guy that's in on the scam? And when I go back, I'm thinking
which guy?
Well, okay, so I'm thinking like in the failure. No good, folks.
Big fail. Major fail.
Epic fail. It did failure. I got the mailer Damon. It did not work.
Oh yeah, but you need those little, because you're probably right. If you go back and look at like gangster stuff.
No, I'm thinking like the Sting.
Right. Well,
one of the greatest.
The Sting.
Greatest.
That reminds me about steak.
We'll be right back after a few words from our sponsors.
Our sponsor this week is Trinicom Communications. When it comes to your business, you're the expert, and you need to stay focused on the things that you do best, and that's, running your business. And to do that, communication is key. You don't need network hiccups and access issues slowing you down. You need a data partner who gets you on track and keeps you on track. For 30 years, Trinicom's VoIP and data solutions have provided a full breadth of business communication essentials. Start with reliability and flexibility with Trinicom's cloud-based voice services. Eliminate the pitfalls of maintaining your own telephone system with Trinicom's hosted PBX. Enjoy the stability of business internet connectivity with Trinicom's state-of-the-art fiber internet access. Also, you can work with confidence, knowing you are backed by the security of the Trinicom cloud and server colocation, featuring multiple power backup systems, redundant cooling, and multiple Tier 1 bandwidth providers. And since Trinicom owns its own data center and telecom switch, they can provide service and solutions directly and quickly. On top of that, Trinicom's fully managed IT support staff is there to quickly tackle anything that may come your way. In fact, Trinicom can even design your website. So keep your business churning and your success growing. Let Trinicom handle the rest. To learn more, visit Trinicom.com. That's TRINICOM.com.
It's time for more Bottom of the Barrel.
Remember the first time I had my kids make an idiot sandwich?
Yeah. They deserved it. I've met your kids.
Yeah. They came out better.
What's an idiot sandwich?
It's, John.
Dude, I'm sorry. What is an
How old are you? It's a rather famous Gordon Ramsay meme.
Yeah, from Hell's Kitchen, I believe.
Yeah. We takes 2 slices of white bread and puts them on either side of one of his underlings' faces. He's like, what are you? What are you? And he forces her to say, I'm an idiot sandwich.
Yeah. No sad.
Yeah, but she came out better for it.
I think so.
Man.
I mean,
Her name was Melissa.
Oh.
She went on to work at Whamu.
You know where Melissa is right now? Living easy on her $3,500.
Is she still at Whamu, Jay?
It was a real.
You going to the bank?
Is Whamu still at Whamu? There's no Whamu.
That's oh my God. Yeah, well, I thought maybe where you live there might be one branch left.
Come on.
the one that hung out.
That's an insult. Where do you think I live? God.
In the 1980s?
Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
Do not.
No, I you know what? I swear to God, I never even
Don't tell Norman.
I really was thinking like there's a holdout branch.
Right. Like
that is
Blockbuster,
just hanging in there.
The last Blockbuster in Bend, Oregon.
Yes, exactly. It's like Whamu is like the last Blockbuster. This was the last Whamu. And it was just, you know what? They took the others down, but by God, they're not going to take us.
No.
We happen to file for a different type of franchise license.
And you know what,
we're
John?
Still in business.
We're keeping ourselves alive.
We're teaming
on a
up.
series of $3,500 checks.
We're teaming up with Velcro Bank.
We're backed by a company in Nigeria.
Who has assured us that their diamond mine collection is worth over $5 billion.
So we're fine. Don't worry about us. Don't close us down.
Fine. Don't worry about our Whamu. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. I remember Bank U. Thank you.
Do you? Thank you.
Oh, yes. I used to do their ads. And then they went out of business.
Well, that explains that.
They didn't go out of business. They became Whamu.
Oh, did they?
And yes, and then they became Chase.
Oh, Chase Whamu Bank was gobbled by Chase.
And I'm with Chase. That's my bank. And I owe Chase a lot of money. I don't know how, but I do.
I was a Bank U customer. And then, as you know, very happily, a Whamu customer. And now semi-happily a Chase customer.
You know what you could do?
I think Whamu's problem was it sounded like the whale.
You know what you could do, John, is sell Whamu or your current bank, a couch.
Chase.
Offer Chase a couch.
It's a good
Hello.
Yeah.
Let me email
for $45.
I'm going to email them right now. Hang on.
Make
Dear Chase Bank,
3,000.
I have a couch.
John Pierce Morgan. I don't know if you're in the
money.
I don't know who your relatives
but
are
I can
now.
make you more monies.
But man,
have
you ever thought of a pink pastel couch with a stain on the back?
And possibly some weevils.
It's not a stain as much as slight discoloration.
Slight
like a watermark.
Yeah. A birthmark.
Weevils.
He never had any complaints about your product once. Never even brought it up.
He was so laser focused on the deal.
Yeah, man. He couldn't even use periods or commas or anything.
He was so eager.
Like, I gotta get this information out.
Get that deal done. He did not care at all about the merchandise. Just giving me that fake check.
I could get you that.
Yeah.
And that's
Stains,
what
mildew and weevils. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
But no.
That check.
But you know what's funny is the check. And I don't know if this is when it came, if it was coincidence. But what I thought was most interesting was, so it turns out I've sold the couch. However, if the check is already en route, I'll do this. And he goes, oh, yes, the check is en route. Yeah. So it's almost like on his end, it got expedited, even though you said you sold the couch. They're going to.
Well, it worked.
We've got the fish on the line. We can't let him off yet. We got to reel him in, being you, of course. And we've got to pull him in. We got to come on. Yeah. And you availed yourself to going, well, I've sold the couch, but if you still send me the check, I'll tear it up and send you pictures of it. Oh, yes, here's the check.
We're almost there.
And what I really loved was
stay on target.
Is you got to keep
on target.
$500, not the $900 you were promised, but at least you got $500. Over 50% was still coming your way, Jay.
Yeah. Well, he was
for tooling around money.
Mr. Norman's a little bit of credit here. He was managing a lot of these emails. I don't think Jay was his only,
right.
Customer push on a hook there. And I think the one, he gave you a really long one. And I think that was the one where he was almost done to me. That's where it felt like, look, shit or get off the pot. I think he was tired of dealing with Mr. J as well at one point, but he kept going. I mean, he didn't stop.
So
I think he almost broke at one point.
That begs the question. Yeah. That begs the question. I mean, if you look at the emails, clearly he stopped going when Jay said, well, good news, bad news. But where do you think maybe Norman Chris said, it's time to cut.
I'm tired of this.
Cut bait. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore.
I think
he's not biting. We screwed the pooch. It's time to move on. I don't think for a minute that he was intimidated by.
There was that. Oh my
God, the FBI's on us. They don't care about that. I think it's like
FBI was nice.
Yeah, but that was the Texas Rangers probably scared him.
Yeah,
the cop.
There was that
HPD,
one day.
Damn it, Bulverde Police. I don't think it was that, but I do wonder if what was the point you think where they just went, okay, we're moving on. We got it.
There was that day where he wrote 3 times in a row really fast. I think that was a moment where either his supervisor got onto him saying, hey, bub, well, quit wasting your time on Mr. J.
He's not going to play.
Get him to sit or get off the pot. Let's go.
Okay. On Thursday, June 3rd, Mr. Norman wrote 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
The first was,
where were we?
I'd like to tell you the check will arrive today. I want you to take it to the nearest cashing outlet, cash it, send it to the shipper to enable Heim to come for the pickup.
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah.
Email ASAP. Then 8 minutes later, hello, Jay. My shipping agent will be coming to meet you within 48 hours. Likely story.
Yeah, that's right.
As soon as he receives the funds, after you have sent the Western Europe, here's his name and address. I need you to send me this information. And
He's
then
coming to meet you.
Yeah,
that's
the
scary.
shipper has to come to me to pick up the couch, right?
He's coming to your house.
There's still a couch involved.
He's flying from Nigeria to Houston, Texas to pick up the couch.
And 3 cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the $900, $400, $500 couch.
2.5 hours later was the third email.
Mm-hmm.
here are the nearest Western Union.
Oh yeah, they
outlets.
just get it done.
All grocery
Here's
stores.
what was what did you say right before that? Which email was that?
Okay.
You can summarize. Was that your big one?
It was pretty big.
Okay.
It was Thursday when he had assured me you'll get that check by Wednesday.
No.
Mr. Norman, Wednesday's come and gone, and no cashier's check has arrived. I've got another buyer for the Silver Pal.
Oh, there it is.
So I've got to deliver an ultimatum.
The other buyer. That's what it was.
So, but
That
here's
was the
funny
sense
thing.
of urgency.
But here's the
It worked.
Here's a thing that's funny to me. You are stringing him along. Ostensibly, he's stringing you along, waiting for one person to go, send me the money. But at the end of the day, he sent you the check.
Yeah.
So I wonder
you did
why did the check take so long? I wonder. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and they actually
because
did
the
it.
only way they could get their money is if the check got
part
to
of
you.
the scam. I have to believe that's part of it to delay that, to make sure that I don't know I'm serious or like I'm desperate for the money.
Like the check just doesn't show up like that. Like here's your check.
Oh yeah, especially if it's something you can cash right then.
Because it cost what did it cost him to send a counterfeit? A few bucks, right? 20 or 30 bucks to like issue a counterfeit and send it via UPS.
His manager is not happy on sending out a bunch of those. It's not mass. It's a mass email, but if then there's a tier.
Once it comes time to
sending in a
print
check,
a counterfeit check, it costs a little bit of money, but I think they do delay it on purpose to make sure that I'm desperate to be like, the hell, dude, when's it coming?
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, he's really on.
Yeah,
send it.
This guy wants it.
He's desperate.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. That could be. Not sure I buy it, but it could be.
All of this is theoretical.
Of course,
we'll never
We're not
know.
Scam artists.
I know. We can't even get in touch with Norman now. We try.
We don't even know any scam artists. Not that we'll return our emails.
But I tell you what, guys.
What if you put an ad in Craigslist looking for scam artists? Who can
Keep
help
talking.
these scam people?
You're
out of
on the
money?
computer right now. I see you typing.
I'm not.
You
typing.
should eBay that one.
eBay.
No,
eBay
sorry,
it?
Craigslist that one.
eBay it.
Need
Hey, why don't you
scam
CompuServe
artists
that
to
one?
make big monies.
Use CompuServe.
Listen, I'm a director and I'm working on a story about scam artists. I would love to hear from real scam artists about their
where would you post
experiences.
that? On
What's
Facebook?
your favorite password?
Send me your bank information. I will wire you.
Man, you
My
never got a
bank
number,
information.
man. You kept asking.
I did.
Names of people, right?
Nobody ever. I did send him Melissa's phone number.
Yeah.
But he never
Melissa.
reciprocated.
See?
So how long ago was that, Jay?
20 years.
It really was 20 years ago.
2004. We just
So
had
this is so we're
it
doing. Okay,
It was
So
June of 2004.
We're
20
doing
years.
a podcast on a scam that happened 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I remember,
Okay.
Jay.
Is that a problem?
Well, no, I just think we kind of set this up like, what are some modern day scams that are?
No,
happening?
you did that.
Oh, okay, fine. It was me.
You asked
Fine.
for other
Fine.
modern day
I did,
scams,
fine.
and I blew it with a Chuck E. Cheese 1994.
Well, you're more in line with than I am.
He's only 10 years off. You're 20 years off.
Do the math.
No, what are modern scams or identity theft?
I don't know.
John started.
Nobody's doing it anymore.
Yeah.
It's boring.
The Prince calls did.
Who has the energy? Who has a scam? Yeah, I don't know. Hey, you want to give me $20 for a cat? I don't know.
I got
I don't have a cat.
a random text the other day that was, "Are we still going golfing?" And so I only have one person who does that, and he has two phones, and I only have his personal phone and my iPhone.
Is this going to be a story where it turns out it was him, so it's really not much of a story?
No, it wasn't. It was some bullcrap, and so I said,
"Fuck yeah!"
Well, I said, "Nope, I'm out of town," which was a terrible thing to say.
Yeah, my house is empty. No one's there. I live at blah 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 Lamonte.
And then after his next response, I realized quickly that it was not the one person who I thought, because he would have said something along the lines of "fuck you, you dicktard."
Right.
But I did not get such response.
And you knew somebody that
that
need someone to check on the dogs and water the plants. I'll be right there.
Yeah.
I do get these occasionally. Hey, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And I go,
that was me.
And I blocked your number. I don't know how it keeps coming through.
Just balancing the economy. What about you?
I don't. Who are you? Oh, isn't this Allison? I texted you earlier. No, it's not. So I think there's a lot of scam like that. Like a lot of it's sexually oriented.
Oh.
Ew, gross.
I know.
You started it.
I don't want to be oriented in sex.
You posted a picture of yourself.
Well, that was a small little.
That was for an audition.
Yeah, we don't need to know about the photo itself.
That was for my Mad Men audition. I get so much flack for that.
God, I only cut myself so I looked like I was from Mad Men.
Don't cut yourself.
No, I do. I do get a lot of. In fact, Dina, my wife, grabbed my phone the other day, and she's like, "Well, let me show you what I'm talking about." He's like, "Give me that back." And she's like, "What?" And I go, "You don't know how many sexual things I get in my emails and my messages, and I don't want you to see those."
This story,
and it was not. But in all honesty, it was not that I don't want you to see those because I don't want you to see what I'm looking at. It was like I really do. I seem to get a lot of hey, how you doing? Blah blah blah. And I'm like, what is this? How did you even get my number? How did you happen upon me like this?
Can we get back to the part where your wife grabbed your phone and said, "Show me your full call history"? That's horrifying.
Yeah, can we delve into that? Can you tell us some details of what she found? No, please don't.
Well,
never mind. I regret that immediately.
Don't you have a cockroach to kill?
Hey, I have something that's a little more cheery. How's your old lady?
Yeah, there it is. Hey,
gotta tell you,
take a look at this bump.
This past weekend, I was in Denton, Texas, north of Dallas.
That's not how it's pronounced.
For an anime festival in Galapagos. Thomas Hickman was with me. And we were fed all day at the event. So at dinner time, we were not really hungry, but we went out anyway.
Okay.
And right by the hotel was an on the border Mexican restaurant.
Oh, yes.
So we just walked over to on the border. I was just thinking we'll get a tub of guac and chips and just tide ourselves over. So at the event during the daytime, one of the guests was Molly Cersei. Sweet,
lovely,
sweet Molly Cersei. Great and Molly so I was like, "Hey, Molly, touch your dinner?" And she's like, "Oh God, no, I got it." Scurry. She's in Dallas.
I gotta go.
So she scurried off. Had no interest in having dinner with the Houston visitors. So I was like, totally fine. Off she went. What I thought I would do is send her a photo from the on the border, missing you at on the border. Uh-huh. So on the way in, I said to Thomas, I hope on our way out, there'll be a table that's in the middle of being bussed that's like not bust yet and still has dishes and stuff, and hopefully like maybe a half empty glass of margarita or something.
Anything it would have been hers.
So on the way, I can just sit down at this table, pick up the glass of margarita, and be like,
you missed it.
Missing you, Molly Cersei. So Thomas is like, yeah, okay. Good idea. We had dinner at On the Border. We left. And he's like, so what did you want to do again? Like on the way out, there was no half bus table.
Oh.
Yeah, those bus boys are good at that.
They're way too good. Way too good.
Congratulations.
And also there was like one there.
Sorry.
So I was like, Thomas, no dice. We won't be able to get our perfect picture. He's like, what exactly did you want to do again? So I explained the whole setup. And he's like, you're going to pretend that you're drunk and that'll be funny? Oh, yes. Thomas. In fact, pretending that you're drunk is one of the funniest things. I would like you to learn how to pretend how to be drunk. Like in acting by Jay Hickman lessons, that's the top one. You got to learn how to be drunk. He's like, why? Well, anytime we're at a family party, like maybe at the holidays, and we're going to a family friend's house and all the kids are supposed to go upstairs to the game room while the adults are downstairs by the bar, you could come downstairs after 30 minutes and be like, hey, we're good. What's where's the cookie? And he's like, okay.
Give him an empty bottle of Jack or something to walk in with.
And so
he's like,
you all could then, you could make your exit like, we got to get him home.
Yeah. And I'm like, Thomas, all the adults will be horrified and they'll look at me and be like, and then we'll leave and it'll be hilarious. He's like, I get it. I do get it now. So where do I start? How do I learn this? I'm like, oh, easy peasy, buddy.
Here's a shot of Mad Dog 2020.
He's like, the fact that you're 17 years old will make it the most hilarious part. That you're like shit-faced drunk at 17.
Yeah.
And he's like, so how do I learn to do the impression? I'm like, oh, well, all you have to do is go to the Conversations with 3-Speed, Drunken Pilots, and just memorize that.
Any of it, yeah.
And he's like,
what did he choose?
I actually, John, you may know this. Cole Fiker loves this video every time we're at a Ryan Koff convention in the green room and it's time for YouTube roulette.
Oh, yeah.
Cole will be like, you guys gotta see this. And he never remembers that he's already showed it to us.
Oh.
He shows us again and again.
What is it?
It's an episode of the Dean Martin Comedy Hour from 1977.
Yeah.
Wow. And it features a comedic actor named Foster Brooks.
Okay.
Oh,
who at the time.
Foster Brooks. Drunk Foster Brooks.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, he's playing a drunken.
His bit is playing a drunk.
Is about being a drunk.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was his shtick.
All right.
So he plays a drunken airline pilot who stumbles into the bar where Dean Martin is.
Hey.
It's a good sketch.
And
it's not better. It's not better than Conversations with 3-Speed, but it's very good.
Nothing is.
And it's live.
But it's
so that
well,
you're able to see
it is. But
it's live.
But I will tell you this: with Foster Brooks, and you go back to that time era, it is so just obvious on a. Well, I'm going to go fly the plane.
It's.
I'm the pilot.
Oh yeah, it's like watching.
Oh no! Don't worry about that. I've had plenty of sleep.
But
I've had more drinks.
You're doing.
I mean, it's very obvious stuff.
He absolutely oversells it.
Yeah.
And he does a lot of hiccuping, which I'm like, that's unnecessary.
It's an old joke.
Yeah.
But it was an old bit.
Our shit was way better because it was more subtle and still obvious. So we get back to the hotel room and I show Thomas the Foster Brooks sketch and he's like, this is hilarious. Yeah. That's 1977, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, that's 70s comedy.
What are some of the most accurate drunken performances out there? My first one that jumps into my own mind.
Conversations with 3 Speed, Drunken Pilots.
Yeah.
That's brilliant, of course.
And that's
brilliant and very accurate because it was all method acting.
Yeah.
We were drunk.
Jay and I were very drunk, I think, when we did it.
We were super drunk.
So, yes, you guys are absolutely correct that you were perfect.
This podcast is a good example of
another great one. Are you glad you asked this question? Go ahead.
Yeah. Well,
the one that
let's go down this rabbit hole.
To my mind, first is Dan Aykroyd.
Trading Places.
Yeah.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus suit. with the salmon.
So good.
And
salmon in the beard.
Salmon in the beard. Yeah.
It's sad and funny all at the same time.
That's
a good one.
Dudley
Genius
Moore.
level.
Dudley Moore and
Arthur. Yeah, really good. What about female actress drunken performance?
Ooh, I can't even think of a scene, but I'm looking at
Kathy Bates.
Kristen
Bates.
Yeah,
everything she's ever done.
One.
Kathy Bates.
Oh,
everything she's ever done.
She's drunken Kathy Bates.
Kathy Bates.
When she's holding a sledgehammer, drunk as shit.
She was hammered. How could you not be hammered? Are you going to beat up James Caan like that? Why? There's no reason. No, because you're hammered. And she hammered him.
Oh, I get it.
Hey, that's...
Hey, who does your favorite Christopher Walken impersonation? Like a celebrity?
Oh, I do love, that's a wide one, right? Everyone, sure. It's been done 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Are you looking at
the first that, the one that I understand to be the first is an old Saturday Night Live guy, blonde, what was his name?
Jay Moore.
Jay Moore. And I only know one.
Moore. Wow.
Yeah. I only know one line from him, and it was referenced by another guy who does a great one.
Was it Rob Schneider?
No, it was not. It was the guy from Usual Suspects.
Kevin Spacey.
No, not even him.
Kevin Pollak?
Yes. Kevin Pollak does a great Christopher Walken. And he was talking about his the advice he got from Jay Moore, and it's not. And anyway, and he was like, "So I'm working on my Christopher Walken, and do you have any advice?" And he said, "Well, nothing is one syllable." He goes, and Pollak says, "What? Nothing is one syllable?" And he said, "No."
Big diphthongs.
But I mean, it's not true, but it's pretty sweet.
No.
That's a great punchline. No.
I was there when it happened.
But yeah, and he also talked about he and his friends would have, this is Pollak, have contests of you do an impression, but it can only be one word, and it cannot be a famous word.
Right.
The person. And the one I remember was Liam Neeson. And let me say, this one has to be close. Bananas. That's pretty good. He's never said it in a movie, but it was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've got one too. This is courtesy of Dana Carvey, who separately came up with the idea of micro impressions, one word. And his was for Sean Connery. And then an interviewer saying, "Mr. Connery, would you like to go on a vacation to Spain?" Yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. This would be Johnny Cash.
No.
When somebody asked him a question about what was it like to write the song "I Walk the Line."
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's all I got.
All right, that's good.
That's all we asked for.
Yeah.
So
let's get out of the one.
That's all we have time
stuff.
for, everyone. We're out of time. Thank you for playing one word impressions.
I don't remember the.
As usual, we've been recording for 3 hours. Well done.
All right, we should shut it down for my wife's sakes, and say,
all right,
a box of cornflakes.
Well, we did it. We finally hit bottom. I knew we could. Thanks, everybody. If you'd like to learn more about this finely distilled product, visit bottomofthebarrelpodcast.com, where you can find our previous episodes, merch, and even some Patreon options. If you want to tell us how smart we are, or how stupid we are, or if you have a topic you want us to dive into, hit us up on our socials. Bottom of the Barrel Podcast is on Instagram, X, and YouTube. Research, writing, and hosting duties for Bottom of the Barrel are taken up by John Swayze, Kyle Jones, and Jay Hickman. Our producer and sound engineer is Dave Lasco. Our business and digital manager is Olivia Swayze. And our composer-arranger is Jonathan Benjamin. We also offer our sincere appreciation to our collaborators, without whom we'd merely be floating somewhere around the middle of the barrel. Big thanks to Afshar Karat, Keegan Dalio, and Patrick Marrero. Finally, we'd once again like to thank our sponsor, Trinicom, which you can find at trinicom.com. That's TRINICOM.com. We'll see you next time at the Bottom of the Barrel.